everybody. Welcome to my first ever YouTube video. I hesitate to say welcome to my channel because I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing. We'll see how it goes. But thank you for stopping by. I posted a reel flipping through my Hobonichi Cousin for the first 4 months of 2025, or the first pages for those months. And I got some comments saying that people would like to hear a voiceover or see a longer flip through of the pages. So here we are, true to my word. Slightly nervous, slightly being an understatement, but I'm really excited to see how this goes. So to get started, this is the Yumi Kitagishi cover that she came out with this year, or technically 2024 for 2025 with Hobonichi. As you can see here, right here, I have the little gifts cover already. So I'm obsessed with the little gifts cover. I had no plans of buying a second cover because obviously these are reusable. I don't need another one. But then when I saw this design, I was like, sorry, have to have it. Hopefully she doesn't come out with another for 2026 or I'm in trouble. But anyway, I'm loving it. It's really cute. It has a huge pocket on the back as well, which I use to keep these like Coffee Monster little icon stickers, tiny icons, which you'll see used a lot in my weekly pages. That's all I keep in there, and sometimes a pencil board. In the actual book, or inside the cover itself, we have, this is like printed on the cover, which is adorable. This is a piece of Lydia Southgate like scrapbook paper, and on the back of it has like all my information in case this were ever to be lost, God forbid. I have 2 Gloomies by Rhiannon that I printed on Canon Ivy pages, so they're just almost like little collectible cards. So I have the 2 notebook ones. This is another Canon Ivy photo of me and my 2 best friends at a No-Con concert. You didn't ask, but my 2 best friends live on 2 separate continents. One lives here near me and the other lives in Europe. So this is like best moment of my life right here and needed to be immortalized. This is a note from my dad. So anyway, here we have a stickered cover. I've never stickered a cover to my journals before. This is my 3rd year using a Hobonichi Cousin. Never stickered it. This year I decided to dive in, loving it. I started with this I'm Healing sticker, which is from Smart & Co, I believe. And I was just going to leave it at that, and then things happened. But I have not been stickering like all at once. I've been stickering as I go, and just kind of adding to it. So you can see there's a couple blank spaces that I'm hoping to maybe fill by the end of the year. We'll see. Inside, nothing on this page. This is a name sticker thingy from some Happy Mail I got from 2Z. I taped that in with some Lydia Southgate tape that matches this little paper. And then underneath that also has my information in case this ever came out of the cover and got lost. I don't know why I'm so paranoid that it'll get lost, but I guess we're covering the bases. Yeah, this is TheCoffeeMonsterzCo again. So then after that, we go into the calendar pages. I just cover the monthly calendars after each month with a smiley face. I believe they're Lydia Southgate as well, but yeah. Lydia, if you're watching this, I'm going to need some more smiley faces. I've been using them for everything and we're running low. Next we have the sort of year at a glance pages. I know most people use these fairly uniquely or differently across everyone. I'm habit tracking. So what I do track is my mood, kind of like a general summary of the day as a mood, I guess you could say. So like 1 is a really, really bad day and 5 is an amazing day. There's a ton of 3s in here, which I think is obviously pretty good. I do track no spend days. I track days that I'm working on my PhD. It was also days I'm working on research assistant tasks, but for the summer I'm just PhD dissertation mode all the time right now. 10-minute tidies. I have a habit of letting things pile up until it's just too much. So 10-minute tidies is up there. And then finally daily journaling, which I think you can probably see is the most successful so far, which is great for you, and you know, great for me too. So we have another page of that, and then we get into the daily or monthly calendars. So Helen from TheCoffeeMonsterzCo came out with her monthly sticker kits, and I got all of them, of course, and I've been using them to decorate the monthly spreads. I used to try and do like just the monthly sticker themes only in here, but obviously like I've gotten into stickering so much that if I just use Helen's stickers, I'm going to be very limited from all the other fun ones. So Helen is like my dedicated monthly sticker girl. So here's January. Then we have February. I love this like purple theme with like the lavender and the very like relaxing vibes. Yep. We have March, which is very like springy. It gives me like Easter vibes, which is great because, yeah, Easter's usually in this month. It was not this year, but you know, anyway. And then here we have April, which is very, you know, April showers bring May flowers vibes. And yeah, it's great. I love it. I have also done, I think, up to June in here, so you can kind of see like I'm starting in May. It's obviously very blank, but this is kind of a consistent vibe with all of the monthly stickers and pages. Then we will get to the weeklies. So for the weeklies, I decided to start kind of logging my days with Helen's tiny icons from the Coffee Monster. So I do, as you can see, I have a little legend on the side, even though I know what everything is by now. But anyway, I track my mood with the little sprout, so it aligns with the numbers on the yearly log. So like neutral is a 3, really, really good is a 5 kind of thing. So overall mood with the sprout. The sun tracks like a highlight for the day. Oftentimes I find myself writing things I'm being productive about, or like productivity tasks as my highlight. So I'm trying to get out of that mindset. Day's challenges were originally marked with like the no symbol, but I've since switched to a rain cloud. I just didn't have a rain cloud at this point. The little emoji heart is daily gratitude. And then again, I started with the song or the music note as media of the day, but I've since changed that to reflect whatever type of media I've been tracking for that day. I also kind of spread it out, as you'll see in the next few pages. So moving on. Anyway, so now we'll get into the daily pages. I forgot to share this in my reel, so I'm super pleased to do that now. This is my mood board for 2025. It's not like a vision board, it's very much just like mood board. So for the monthly kind of title pages, I guess I call them, I've again been using Helen's stickers, and then I used some like scrap paper and put like a word of the month and then put down things that happen. So here we've got Smudge turns 12. Smudge is my oldest cat. I also have Rory and Sailor, whose birthdays you will also see in these first 4 months. Yeah, so then we went into 2025 bingo. Made this inspired by everyone. Lots of things have occurred so far. We don't have a bingo yet, but we're working on it. If anyone sees their name on here, Kirsten, Casey, Annika, Christine, Grania, Lauren, message me. We have hanging out to do. This is January 2nd, obviously. So we started with an oracle pull from one of my friends. Oracle card pull. I got the beaver and the birch, and it was super cool. So I kind of just posted in the summary of it and what I thought about it. Word of the year, appreciation. These are some Tuesday stickers. Love them very much. A lot of effort, but love them. Started a Twilight movie marathon. This is Brittany Keller, the artwork. Love it, love it, love it. Smudge's birthday. Again, she's 12. She's old. She's cute. I love her with all of my heart. I'm trying to get into reading this year again. Last year I read one book. It was An Education in Malice by S.T. Gibson. Shout out to you, S.T. Gibson, because that was a great book. Gave it 4 stars. But yeah, I've always been a huge bookworm. And then I started university, and I could not read most things for the life of me. And I've been buying books ever since I started university, but they just have not been read. So yeah, we're trying to get back into reading for fun. And I find that annotating, I don't know if it's like the academic in me or the ADHD in me, that the annotating just helps me focus and like pay attention. But we started doing that. I have not finished Private Rights yet because it got a little gloomy for me. But we will definitely come back to it because it's really good so far. This is my record collection so far. Or at this point, I suppose I have a couple new ones since I wrote this. Oh my god, Labubu's. I am obsessed with Labubu's. I don't have any. I don't really want any because I think they look creepy. But I'm also obsessed with them, and I do want one. And I find it very strange how much I love them and hate them simultaneously. I'm not sure if it's like just the FOMO or like consumerism. I'm not sure what's going on in my brain, but I'm obsessed with Labubu's either way. This is actually a template that was on Instagram that I copied into here for this day because I didn't have anything else to write about, and I posted it on this day. So that's something I'll do a lot. It's like if I don't know what to write on a day, I'll go back through my camera roll, my Instagram stories, put like a meme that I shared, or like my friend Katrina shared this reel with me where they talk about the Hunger Games and they say, who gives an F about Prue? She died anyway. And I have been laughing at that ever since, even though her name is Rue or Prim. But anyway, this we're not going to talk about. This is a page that I never finished, so I stuck in some EricSmallThings stationery just to kind of fill a little bit of the space. This is talking about my PhD dissertation work, which is all about friendships and disabilities. So I've kind of used like a friend's theme throughout the promotional materials. So that's all here. Applied to the Oxford Summer School. Found out a few months later, didn't get in, but that's okay. This is something I've been doing at the end of every month now, where I track like the top songs of that month. But this was the 2024 ones, so one for every month. This is inspired almost entirely by Natasha in Your Phone and her little like pixel doodles. I did this with mild liners in the chisel tip. Chisel tip is perfect for these little squares. That's my hot tip. The colors that I chose, A, are mostly my favorite colors, but B, match the dungarees that I was wearing on this day. So that's kind of something that I try to do as well. Another thing we're not talking about. My besties, Emily and Rose, who live in Manchester, are getting married, and they invited me to their wedding, and I was very sad that I probably wouldn't have the money to go, but I am going. It is in July. I'm so excited. Can't wait. This was from a day that I DM'd Mia Mingus, who's a huge influence in disability scholarship. I'm obsessed with her, as you can see, and she was just asking stuff about like Swifties, and I DM'd her and got to talk to her, and it was super cool. Yeah, hi Mia Mingus. This is a poem about internet friends with a Coffee Monsters internet friends sticker. My research is all about internet friends, so yeah. Had a bad day here, obviously, because I couldn't even spell bad day. Screaming, crying, punch me in the face. Taylor Swift, but also had a bad day. Was reading Sylvia Plath at this point. So we go from, punch me in the face to Sylvia Plath. I promise you don't need to worry. Vibes I bring to the function is like a trend that was going around, so I shared my own. I really love it. It's also very accurate, I feel. I think I wrote the vibes I bring to the function here, so I covered it up and fixed it. And also I used a Stabilo highlighter on this page before covering it, and it bled through like crazy. I know we're all having problems with the Hobonichi paper this year, but Jesus. January music stats and the monthly report, something I'm also doing at the end of every month. Okay, February. Loving was the word. Reading History of Thinking on Paper by Roland Allen. Still haven't finished that either, but that's okay. Love month, just some little doodles. Oh yes, we're gonna move a lot faster now because I haven't done every page anymore. Got some Hosier tickets. Finally watched Pride and Prejudice for the first time, 2005 version. I get it, guys. I get it now. This is a page about me and my bestie Grania that we did these little like trend meme things for, and then I used it as an example in my schoolwork, so added that here. Did a Galentine's Day little thing with Grania and Jess, so wrote about that there. Boy Genius lyrics and thoughts. Was obsessed with Yellow Jackets for a while and made a little fan art poster and a fan mix. Did another doodle page. Did some more brain dumping. These pages are pages I want to fill in, but might not happen. We'll see. Yeah, I don't want to like backfill for too long, right? So we'll see what happens, how it goes. Anyway, made a little charm for my journal at a journal meetup, so I wrote about that. Nothing here. Rory's 6th birthday. Top songs of February. I love this picture so much. She's so fluffy and cute. Monthly report. We're getting into March. Okay, we're moving along. Phew. This was a Substack post that I wrote. Yeah. And then I like replicated it in my journal. Sailor's birthday. He's my doggy. He's adorable. He's 4 now. Trying to start morning pages. Did not finish morning pages. Oh yes, actually, so his birthday is the 6th, as you can see, but on the 6th I had already written something, and I didn't have anything for the 5th, so we moved it over. Not afraid of paper. More morning pages. I also kind of put in some sticky notes for things I want to add later and haven't yet. Quote about hobbies from Tumblr. St. Patrick's Day. Started reading Hungerstone. Almost done that book. Is it going to be my first book of the year? We hope so. What else we got? I bought a wheelchair. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Big day. Felt ableism about it, so wrote about that too. My cat went to the vet. Wrote about that. had a lot of feels. Movies. List of movies I like to watch so that I'm not constantly saying to my friends, what movie should I watch? Songs for March. March report. April, my birthday month, and Easter. Bloom was the word of the month. This was the day I re-dyed some pink in my hair. So, pink. And then the green matches this washi from Unicorn Eclipse. Oh my gosh, I'm struggling on keeping up with these pages. I'm so sorry, guys. 31st birthday on April 5th. Had a slumber party with my bestie, whose birthday was on March 28th, sorry. So we had like a joint birthday party. It was amazing. Editing Kristen should probably superimpose a picture of the popcorn we got, but anyway. PhD thoughts. What else? Thoughts about the movie Hook. Quote from the movie Hook. Thoughts about joining a D&D campaign. Hi, friends. If you're watching this, you're probably not. Ever After. If you haven't seen Ever After, please watch it. I love it. Thoughts about April 15th. Oh, gosh. Okay, so on April 25th or something like that, I was watching a Paper People video from Amy Y'all, and I wrote a quote down that I loved, and it was on April 18th. It was not April 25th. So I was really upset. I didn't want to rewrite the quote, but I still wanted it to be on that page, the correct page. So I did some like surgery here. And then I realized afterwards that I probably could have just like covered the April 18th page with scrapbook paper and rewrote the quote, but it was too late. So you have some like surgery pages going on in here. This is about Sharpie Creative Markers, also influenced by Amy Y'all. They've come out with like pastels now. So I swatched them. Here is the dreadful quote page that started it all, but I agree, journaling is a radical act of self-love, so it was worth it. And the mistakes just make it ironic anyway. So on the actual 25th, I also went to see Lucy Dacus. So I wrote about that on the following day. Hi Morgan, if you're watching this. Oh my gosh, I got a Sula bag. Haven't written about it, but there's a sticky note. Songs of April, lots of them. Well, 10. And my monthly report. And then we get to May. I'm done. How long is this? Good God, 31. So I'm gonna definitely do some editing, but if you're still here, yeah, thanks for tuning in. And yeah, I guess that's it. Have a great day. Love you, bye.